Pacific Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Hey, guys, I caught up with the Huskies head coach before the game. There is a strong understanding in the locker room about what is at stake this late in the year. The final game of the season, his team just getting into that top 12. This is where they can make all of the committee members believe they deserve to be in the college football bracket. It is important that they show up, not only that they win, but how they play is essential here today. He said, I don't want to overwhelm our players with pressure, but they have to know what's on the line when they take the field today. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Northwest, there is a special and hateful place these two schools have for each other in their hearts. From Jake Browning's point or Kenny Wheaton running back to score, this game has had plenty of moments, and maybe we'll get another classic in this one. On the banks of Lake Washington, it's Husky Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Washington Huskies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The most beautiful views from the water on Lake Washington. Husky Stadium is something special. You can see the lake, the mountains. You can see it all from kickoff. This is one of the most glorious views in all of college sports. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll start the return inside his 5. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Throwing, Williams. Makes the grab. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Williams will pass. Look out! Still looking for a man. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. For decades, Washington dominated this rivalry. Then 1994, and the pick by Kenny Wheaton took it to the house. And since that moment, this rivalry has been on.
It's been so much fun to watch. For years, it had conference championship implications. We've seen Heisman Trophy implications in this one. More recently, college football playoff implications as well. Always fun when these two teams get together.
And it doesn't matter what conference they're in. We're always watching this matchup. All eyes are on this match. They don't like each other. A lot of animosity. The coaches don't like each other. The players don't like each other. This is going to be a great ball game.
Right side, it's Moss. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit, because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Huskies, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Washington. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Williams. Turns up, it's Washington. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Williams looking for a man. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for room, it's Davison. They were all over it.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Here's Moore to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Left side, it's Johnson. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. And the Ducks will hustle to the line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And that's a really good job by this offense. I like it, man. Go 5 wide. You can tell right away you got a running back out wide. The corner stays out there so you know it's zone coverage. He sits down like a wide receiver. Really nice job working the outside part of the field. Quarterback, running back on the same page for the nice completion.
The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Davison. Turning it on! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct...
Looking for the end zone. And they needed a little more room to work with as that one sails out of bounds.
You know, these throws to the perimeter of the field can be so tricky for a quarterback. You've got to be pinpoint accurate and have great timing. You didn't see it there from the QB.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Now here's Moore. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Oregon! A great catch and run for 6. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he makes the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he's not going to take the touchback. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Turns it upfield. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Here's Williams to throw. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Breaks into the open. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Williams. Under pressure. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
I love that play call by the offensive coordinator. Your quarterback just threw a pick 6. You want to pick him right back up, right? So don't handcuff him. On the very first play of the next drive, let him throw the football to try to reestablish a rhythm and reestablish some confidence. Obviously, that one falls incomplete, but they need to get this guy back into a rhythm. The only way you do that is by throwing the ball.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Making the adjustment. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Washington sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the ground, it's Davison. There he goes. The 40. Inside the 30. The 20. The 10. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Ducks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Hill. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Now on 2nd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And there are flags flying as the pass ball's incomplete. We'll see who it's on. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Play action with Williams. Looking long. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball. Execute.
Makes a grab and room to run. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Husky. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. And the Ducks moving quickly to the line.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Lets it go. Got him in the open. Breaks away on the left. At the 20. Touchdown, Oregon. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing, Williams. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Turns it upfield. Crosses the 30. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The offense set for a first down play. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sends it back in motion. Williams will pass. Good timing on the quick out. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Huskies come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Drops back on first down. Rolls right. He'll pull it down. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. Long way to go on second down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Second and long here. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground.
keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Lined up in the gun, Williams on third down. He's got him in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Found the seam on the left. Touchdown, Washington. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Straight ahead, it's Davison. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Dante Moore fires to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Hooks. Turning on the Jets. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. The Ducks want to pick up the tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Going for the big play. Intercepted deep in his own end. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Williams. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Williams looking for a man. Right on target this time. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
He's changing the play. From the gun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A lot of scoreboard watching today, fellas, but fear not, Week 13, we've got you covered here on the College Football Update Show. Let's start with the Temple Owls, taking on the number 14 team, the Memphis Tigers. And it's Temple setting school records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. 2 teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. The victory caps off an 8-4 regular season and you'd have to think an invitation to a quality bowl game. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state.
Makes the catch and he's free. He's at the 40, at the 20, and he ran away from the crowd and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
They're all over him. On the move, he fires. Got him, and nobody's close. On the sweet spin, and he's free. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Big play on that one as he works his way all the way to the 28-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Williams to throw. It's complete on the right side. Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. And the RPO got it. Turning it on. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7th. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And send the tight end in motion. A 1st down run on the doorstep. All over him immediately.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Williams. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Huskies! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Still looking to his right. Right side, it's Moore. At the 45 on his way. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices.
Man, they've been scoring a lot of points. When you've got the skill and you've got the speed outside at wide receiver, that's why. And here we are in the second half, and nothing's changing. If they can't cover us, we're going to keep taking shots. And that's what you got to do. This quarterback right now, he's in a beautiful rhythm. He's seeing the field. The game looks slow to him right now. And he's executing at an incredibly high level. And these receivers outside, man, they are winning each and every time.
Running to the left. Powers through the defender. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. On the run, it's Davison. Enough to move the chains. And he stopped, brought down at the 18. It'll be enough for the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Driving forward is Davison. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. From the gun, the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, this guy hasn't quite put up Heisman numbers in this game, but in a moment where they need him the most, in the fourth quarter, look how strong he is running. Breaking tackles, he's been smart, he still has the ability to cut. He looks like he could play another 4 quarters.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. And here's the return. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense to start this possession. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Stepping to the right. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Got room on the return. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Bunch formation for these receivers. Fighting off the defender. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Hauls it in. Breaks into the open. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
In the red area, it's Davison. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon! They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Paul.
And I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back, but these guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Williams. Firing to the right. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. There he goes. Takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm. CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Williams, here comes the heat, and down he goes. It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack. Hand it to the back, and the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, it was not a good day.
Punt is on its way. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Washington stops the clock and uses its first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. And in a 2-possession game, they'll take a knee. Defense can stop it a couple more times. So Oregon gets the victory in its blood feud against Washington, and you best believe this one is going to stick with the men in purple for quite a while. That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.